Okay? Give it up for the founder of 350.org, the one, the only, Bill McKibben!
Was a movement of people to stop climate change, and now I've seen it. You guys look so beautiful. I've been meeting people all day. It's hometown heroes like our friends at Seacan. It's heroes like those people who've been blocking Keystone with their bodies down in Texas. It's people who understand that the fight against fracking and against coal ports and against taking the tops off mountains is ultimately the fight for a living planet. It's people who lived through Sandy and people who survived the drought, some of whom I got to go to jail with last week. The students at 256 colleges who are now fighting the fossil fuel industry head on to force divestment, the biggest student movement in decades. It is all of you. You are the antibodies kicking in as the planet tries to fight its fever. We have waited a long time to get started. We've already seen the Arctic melt. Our colleagues in 191 countries at 350.org tell us every day about some new drought, some new flood. Because we've waited this long, the easiest answers are no longer enough. We're going to have to start making tough decisions. Our theme has to be, when you are in a hole, stop digging. Above all, stop the Keystone Pipeline. The president can do that with a single stroke of his pen. And if he does, he will become the first world leader to veto a big project because it's bad for the climate. That would be a legacy and a signal to the rest of the world. And so we will keep making our case. We'll follow him and the Secretary of the State around the country. And as this spring goes on, we'll unite that fight with a focus on all the other holes we're still digging too. And as summer comes on, this movement will just pick up. I want everybody to circle those days toward the end of July that are on average the hottest each year. We're going to try and make them hot politically too this year. Maybe set aside a few dollars each week for a bail fund, okay? So far, we've been firm but peaceful, diverse but united. We have to stay that way because the job that we have undertaken is the most important one that any humans have ever been entrusted with. It is our job to make sure the planet does not catastrophically overheat. The oil companies aren't going to do that. Their business plan is to wreck the earth. The government isn't going to do that. They're too busy taking money from the oil companies. But history shows that though we're never going to outspend the fossil fuel industry, we can find other currencies to work with. Passion, spirit, generations to come, and so we know why we fight. We can see the beauty of the world we've been given, the cold of a winter day, the color on an autumn hillside, and so we know why we fight. We know our brothers and our sisters in the poorest parts of the world are already suffering, and so we know why we fight. I cannot promise you we're gonna win, but I waited a quarter century since I wrote the first book about all this stuff to see if we were gonna fight. And today, at the biggest climate rally by far in U.S. history, Today I know we're going to fight. The battle, the most fateful battle in human history, is finally joined, and we will fight it together.
Come on. You get ready now. Come on, Bill McKibben.